Time for episode number 91 of What Does This Button Do? It's an educational show about smartphones and tablets with us, Geeks on Tour. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Jim, and here together with my wife, Chris, we are Geeks on Tour. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? And do you have questions about your Android phone or your iPad tablet? And how do you learn about these amazing devices?
We are geeks who teach, and we think the best way to learn is on a regular basis in bite-sized pieces. So that's why we do this weekly show. We pick a different topic every week, and all of our content is on our website at geeksontour.com.
Great. Well, Chris, we've been moving. Where are we now?
Yeah, we're kind of tired. We've been busy. We are now at our favorite resting place, though, in a friend's driveway in Long Beach Island. That is the view out our front window.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Cool. All right, on today's show, we have a tip of the day. Chris is going to talk about edit photos with Google Photos. She likes Google Photos, and we hope you do too. Our app of the day is something new from Google. It's called Duo, and it's sort of like FaceTime, but it works on both Android and Apple devices. Our beginner's lesson will be Facebook tips, and if you have questions, ask them there in the comments. We'll try and get them on live. The show is recorded, though, on YouTube on our Geeks on Tour channel. You can always find the links at geeksontour.com/weekly show. And we do invite you to become a member. If you become a member, you get all kinds of benefits, not least of which is the ability to ask us questions on our Q&A forum, where we promise to respond. You ready for a quick tip?
Yeah.
Okay. Google Photos is great for editing on the phone.
And it only takes a minute, so I figured that would be a nice little quick tip just to show you how on the phone, right after you take the pictures, you can edit them and how quick and easy it is. So here's a picture that you can probably tell I just took right out our door here. And it's crooked. All I do is tap on the pencil, and the third tool over at the very bottom is called crop and rotate. I can tap on that, and then you just drag the slider until the horizon lines up with the grid. That's better. But now I also want to crop it, so I just drag the corners to where I want. And I like that. It's straightened, it's cropped, I'm done. And then I always just do an auto color correction. So just tap on auto once, and I think I like the way that looks. So save. Let's look at the next picture. Same thing, but now you can really see that our RV is in the picture. Pencil, it's crooked, so I will do the straighten. And I want to crop the bicycle out of there, and done. Now it's a little washed out, so I'll go into the adjustments. That's the first one over here. And first I do an auto, and that just didn't do a whole lot. So here's one I just love, pop. It gives it a little bit more color, a little more depth and definition. Look, if I drag all the way over to the right.
That might be a little too much.
That's way popped. If I drag it all the way over to the left, it's very dull. So I want to see how the clouds have more definition as I go over. So I think I'll leave it about right there. When I'm done, I tap the check mark, and then I save.
Excellent.
And one more. Here's our friend Tom, who we had a birthday party for him last night. And this is a pretty nondescript photo. So I'll tap edit. It's not crooked, but I do want to crop it to get in closer. Definitely want to leave the grill in the picture, though, because he was master at the grill. Tap the adjustments, tap auto.
Wow, that's a
much better picture, and save. So what was that? Less than 1 minute, wasn't it, for 3 pictures?
Right.
And it's just right on the phone, and I'm done.
That's
And this is on the Samsung, on an Android, but it works exactly the same on an iPhone. That's one thing we love about Google Photos. It's the same on the Apple devices as it is on the Android devices.
Good job. Okay. We do invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/2geeksontour. And one of the things that we're doing this week is, because we have this new system we're doing in YouTube, Google is taking away the way that we used to do this. That was called Google Hangouts on Air. And now we have this new system, and we have to start these shows. I have to build them, make the event from YouTube. And this is the first one we've tried it with. So let's see how that goes. Any questions yet?
I don't see any.
Okay.
Oh, well, somebody already said they had no idea it was so easy.
That's the thing about Google Photos. It is effortless to work with the pictures and to do the simple edits and to share those things. Once you're ready, you could just click on the share icon there and you would be getting something done there. Okay, it's time for our beginner's lesson.
And this is Facebook tips. It seems like we've been hearing a lot lately from people who are just dissatisfied with what they're seeing when they go to Facebook. So I figured it was time for some tips. And since this is a show about smartphones and tablets, it will be 99% on the phones and tablets, although there's one thing on the computer.
Okay.
First thing that I think is important to understand is the difference between newsfeed and timeline. The news feed is your home page. When you just open Facebook, you're at the news feed. So I think some people never even know that there is anything else. But the news feed is your customized news from friends and companies you've liked, your interests. Everybody's news feed will be completely different. Your profile, also known as timeline, is all the posts just by you or about you. When somebody else tags you, that shows up on your timeline. Why is it called timeline? Because it has all the posts back through all the years that you've been on Facebook. So news feed is all the posts about your friends and your interests. Profile or timeline, everybody has one. If you're on Facebook, you have a profile, and that's all about you. So very different things, and I think that's important to know.
I know it's important to know. It can be confusing.
All
Here's
right.
another one.
Another thing that we think is just so important is how to avoid getting hacked. Now, people say hacked when that's not really what they mean. Very few people get hacked on Facebook. Hacked means the bad guy is actually in your account. They somehow got your username and password and they are in your account. As you,
right.
Yeah. If you think that's happened, change your password quick. And there is a place to report a hacked account to Facebook, and they can help clean it up. But when most people say hacked, what's really happened is they've been faked. Faked means the bad guy is pretending to be you and sending friend requests to all your friends. And so, and I know that's happened to everyone out there.
Almost everyone.
You've gotten a friend request from somebody.
That's already your friend.
I'm already friends with this person. Why am I getting another friend request? That's the bad guy. But they did not have to hack into your friend's account in order to do that.
How did they get it?
They just created a brand new account using the same name.
And maybe the same picture.
And using the same profile picture, because they can just copy that. And then here's the key. they were able to get a hold of your list of friends, because by default, your friends are public. So we're going to show you how to make those friends private. And for that, I want to show you one of our prepared videos. Now, I can't, the way this all works, you can't hear the sound. So I'll show you the video and then I'll just talk over it. So this is going to our Geeks On Tour website, the tutorial videos for Facebook. And there's a bunch of them. This is one of the most recent ones because I do think it's so important. Well, I did already. Let's see if I can, there we go. Okay. So here it is, and it's called Facebook, Keep Your Friends List Private. And there we go. And we already explained a little bit about what we mean. It means that somebody has gotten a hold of, all right, this.
Not working so good.
Yeah. Well, this computer is having to do a lot of stuff.
We'll keep trying.
Oh, well.
Looks like it's playing.
Yeah, I know. But it's not.
Oh, well.
All right. So I'll just have to show you live. This video is available on our website. You can also find it linked on our Facebook page.
And we might put another link in there.
Okay. So let me show you live. If you go to Facebook, this is not something that is in your privacy. I mean, most people would think, oh, I'll go over here and go to my privacy checkup and who can see my stuff. And that's got to be where I would say that people can't see my friends. But no, it's not. Where you have to go is to your profile and click on friends. Then there's this little pencil over here and edit privacy. So it's in a very different place than all the other privacy settings. And you click edit privacy. And now here's where, if this is the first time you've been here, it will say public. And that is how the scammers get a hold of your friend list and start spamming them. You want that to be at least only let my other friends see my friends. I do think that's okay. But if you really want to be private about it, you can say only me. Now that's much easier on a computer, but it can be done on a phone. It's just important to know the app on the phone, you know, the Facebook app, you can't do this.
No, you have to do it as a browser.
In the browser, right. If you go to the browser, you can do the same thing. And I think I'm okay with time. I would like to show that because it's a little bit odd. So as I say, on the phone, you can change your friends to be private, but not using the app. You have to go to a browser and then Facebook. And same thing, you have to go to your profile. The quick way to do that is to tap on your little face. Now I'm no longer on my news feed, I am on my profile. And I need to find that place where all my friends are listed, right there. Friends. And then, see where it says only me? That's where you can tap. And if yours says public, change it to friends or only me. That will prevent the bad guys from pretending to be you and emailing all your friends.
That's an excellent tip.
I wish everybody would do that. Okay.
Those things wouldn't happen if you did that. The faking.
Right.
Somebody would have to be able to steal your password in order to steal your account. in Facebook.
Right.
Or your email. It's pretty much the same thing.
Okay. Another thing, there's a lot to know in Facebook.
So much.
And it's a little bit different on the mobile than it is on the computer. So I think it's important to know where help is. It's built into Facebook. And on the phone, the 3-line menu is what you look for. And if you scroll down, you'll see Help Center. And it should give you the help for whatever device you have in your hands. But I just want you to notice that you do have options of getting desktop help, mobile browser, Android app, iPhone app, iPad app. They're all a little bit different. So make sure you're getting the help for the one you need. All right, now I'm ready for general demo. I have 8 things I want to cover. And I'm just going to kind of go as far as I can before we run out of time. I'm going to start with the iPad and do 4 of these, and then I'll go to the Android and do 4. They both work on both, but a little bit different. So it's good to see them. iPad first. Okay. And all of this I am going to do using the Facebook app. So first is news feeds with no ads. What am I talking about? Well, if you just open up Facebook, you are on, I have to get a little notice here. There's no way really to have a populated fake Facebook to show you. So this is my real account you're seeing here.
That can be a little scary, especially in these political times.
Right. And so realize that when you're on your news feed, these are not things that I've posted. These are things that my friends and my interests have posted. So I'm on my news feed, and I'm going to scroll down a bit and point out where there are ads. And it changes all the time, too. So I have no idea how far I'll have to go before we see an ad, but I guarantee that we will. All right. These are all friends so far. There. Suggested post, sponsored. There's an ad.
Oh, I need a new regulator for our diving.
Oh, is that what that's about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So that's why I'm getting that, huh? Because my husband has been searching for it.
I don't think so.
All right. And there's another
one.
ad. So it didn't take long. And, who knows why I got the post here. I like seeing posts just from my close friends. So how do you do that? The 3-line menu down at the bottom here, it's on the bottom on the iDevices, it's on the top on the Android devices, but you look for the 3-line menu, and I have close friends right on my favorites. But if you've never done this before, you probably don't. So I want to show you how you find it. See more. And it's a feed. Instead of just the standard news feed, though, it's close friends. Now I'm going to see different posts. These are just the people who I have identified as close friends. And we can go and go and go. Ooh, kayak diving. Squirrel.
Dog.
Dog. Cute dog. There are no ads. I think this is just a wonderful way to view Facebook. Close friends. So you're only 2 things. You're only seeing close friends, and you're not seeing any ads. Now I tapped on something there. So you're probably asking, okay, how do I did not mean to tap on Messenger. So let me try again. There. How do I specify that a person is a close friend? Well, you need to find that person. I'll just click on David's little face here and realize, where's that taking me? Am I on a news feed anymore?
No, it's going to David's profile and what he allows you to see, right?
Right. So this is a profile, or also known as a timeline. And right at the top of any person, you have this friends. Now the check mark means he is a friend. If you tap on it, you get an option to...
That's a little washed out.
Oh. Let me see if I can turn... Well, how about if I just raise it up?
There you go.
There we go.
Unfriend, unfollow, or edit friend lists.
Edit friend lists. And there's where it says close friends. And you can have that,
set it down.
have that checked or not. So if somebody is on a close friends, then they will show up on your close friends. All right. So, and that also addresses the second issue, is how to see just one person. I know some people, so I'm just tapping the back. That's getting me back to my news feed and my close friends news feed. And now to get back to your normal news feed, it's the button it's the leftmost button, news feed. So this is my regular news feed. And your news feed will always go back to the regular. You know, you have to choose close friends. But there's some people I know that really don't particularly like Facebook. All they want is to be able to see pictures of their grandkids.
We know some of those people, don't we?
So they're not going to spend time on the news feed at all. They just want to go in and look at one person. Well, you don't have to scroll through your news feed. Up at the very top, there is a search box. And you can type a person's name in here. So let's say I want to see Marilyn. And there's Marilyn.
Marilyn Monroe.
And now I'm seeing, and that happens to be my mom, so I'm seeing everything about her. Or you could be seeing your daughter and getting pictures of your grandkids. You don't have to watch a news feed. And if you haven't specified any friends, you don't have much of a news feed anyway. Okay, now what if you want to unfollow somebody, meaning you don't want to see their stuff anymore, but you don't want to unfriend them. You just don't want theirs. They are prolific during the political campaign.
Yeah, I don't want to see a bunch of political posts, but I don't want to unfriend my friends and family who have very strong feelings one way or the other.
So there's a few ways to do that, but I want to do it by going straight to a person. So let's say I'm going to go to this person by tapping on her little face. You can either see her in a news feed and tap on the face, or you can search for. And notice once again, under friends, there's unfriend, but I don't have to do that. I can unfollow. And that means I will not be seeing her stuff in my news feed, but anytime I want. Oh, are you seeing that? You're
no, it's washed out.
Well, it's a,
there you go. Yeah. Unfriend, unfollow, or edit friend list. If you unfriend them, you're not going to see any of their posts, and they won't get notified that you've unfriended them. They might notice it if they go into their friends list, but they're not notified in any case that you have unfollowed or unfriended them. They might just notice that you're not responding anymore.
Right. They can tell. They can, if they look at their friend list, they can see that you're no longer a friend, but they don't get noticed. But unfollow is great. So there's another kind of news feed called recent. If you think that you're not getting all your stuff, recent feeds, and same way that we did for close friends feeds, you go into the menu and feeds and most recent. And that means it doesn't edit it. You are getting everything and just in date order. But it will go back to your normal news feed next time you go to your feed. And that most recent feed will have ads. Right? Another question people have is, how do I turn off the autoplay? If there are videos in here, they might start playing without you asking for it. Now, I kind of like that myself, but, oh, looks like I have turned off. But if you have a limited data plan, you probably want to turn that off. 3-line menu.
Right at the bottom. On an iDevice, it would be at the top on an Android.
And then find, and there's a lot of stuff here. And notice there's the help and support. Find apps. There's settings. And account settings. I thought it was app settings. Maybe that's on the Android. I go back and forth, so I get mixed up.
You think you're confused?
And we're twice as confused. Okay. And videos and photos. That's where it is. And autoplay
has choices. You can have it on mobile data and Wi-Fi connections, or on Wi-Fi connections only, or never autoplay videos. I usually set mine on my Android device to never autoplay videos. I just don't care. And then if I do want to see one of those videos, I'll just tap on it and it'll start playing for me.
Yeah, but then it plays with the sound. I get off too. All right, now I'm going to go to the Android. And does that work okay that
looks
way?
pretty good.
Yeah. Facebook. Once again, this is my real account, folks. So
beware.
Beware. Yeah. Yeah. See how that video is auto playing? But no sound. Now I kind of like that. What if you want certain things to always appear at the top? That is, so for example, I like BBC News, and Facebook is a great way to get your news, and I like getting it from BBC. There's your menu, and that would be under News Feed Preferences, and it's down towards the bottom here. News Feed Preferences. Prioritize who to see first. And this means friends as well as interests or pages. But so I have liked BBC News, and when they have anything, I want to see it first. If you change your mind, you don't want to see it first. And that's in your main news feed. All right, notice on here, the reconnect with people you unfollowed. I think that's nice to know that it exists. You know, what if you say, oh, I wonder if I unfollowed somebody that I want to get back.
Yeah, like on November 9th, you can go back.
You can go back and start following people again. All right, now there's this thing I've dubbed this tiny little arrow. This is a mini down arrow, but it's very mighty. So I've dubbed this little down arrow. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You can, okay. The Mighty Mini, because it does all sorts of stuff. Here is another place where you can unfollow somebody right with their post. But for a minute, I want to go to my own page. So I tap on my face. Here I am at my profile. What if you've written something and now you read it and you say, oh, I made a terrible typo in that. I want to fix it. That is on the little Mighty Mini down arrow, edit post. Now, that will only appear on your posts.
Right, it's not going to appear on somebody else's post. You can't edit what they have posted.
Yeah, but you can edit anything that you posted, no problem. And meaning you can change the location and anybody you've tagged. So I like that. Now, if you do see a political post, for example, from somebody, and you don't want to unfollow them, but you just don't want that post to show up. That's also under the little Mighty Mini. Well, I'm not going to wait to find one. I'll show it to you on
one.
Oh, this next, yeah, there is a political one. Okay, so I tap on the Mighty Mini down arrow, and I can just hide that post. Just hide that. I don't want to see that. And Facebook is supposed to learn from that. The more of those you hide, the less you will see. And I can specify some more options, but I'm not really going to do that. I'm just going to back out. Oops, I backed out too much. Another thing you might want to do is save. So I see something on here that I really want to read, but I don't. These are so touchy.
They are touchy devices, that's for sure.
Let me see if I can find something here that I might really want to read, but I don't have time right now. You know what this is great for is recipes. I see some cool recipes and I say, ooh, I want to keep that.
And then she'll tell me to cook this.
Yeah, of course. All right. Well, I'm not finding anything, so I'm just going to pick one and say save post. See that little icon right there? I guess that's supposed to look like a, I don't know, a bookmark or a clip. Save this to your saved items. So where does that show up?
That was my next question.
3-line menu and saved.
Saved posts.
Yeah. See, so there's that soup that, yes, I want you to make.
Pasta fajoule.
Yeah, the slow cooker pasta fajoule. I saved that a while back because I thought it looked really good.
Better than my recipe? No.
Pasta fajoule? All right, and the last thing is stopping those game invites.
Yeah.
And this must work because I haven't gotten any game invites in a long time.
No, but you can still see occasionally somebody has won a certain game or posted. I did this a long time ago, and you're right, it does not, it works really well. I do not get those game invites. I don't play games on Facebook.
So everything starts at the 3-line menu. And then we're looking for account settings. Notice there's account settings and there's app settings. And I'm afraid I haven't really made that much sense out of either of them. So I've just written down, this one is on account settings. App settings should mean just for this phone, and account settings should mean for everything. And it's notifications. And there's a lot in here you should look at, but there's only one I'm going to show you. Notifications, and then we're on the mobile, and invitations to apps. Notice it says turn on. That means I have it turned off. And I don't get invitations for playing games.
Cool.
Those are my demos.
Good job. I do see a question here from Steve Costello. Is there a way to edit, like you were doing earlier in Google Photos, in the browser version? So like on the computer.
In the browser version of Facebook or of Google Photos?
In Google Photos.
Oh, yes.
This is from before.
Yes, yes. The computer, Google Photos, has a little pencil. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's usually a matter of timing. But the photos in Google Photos on the computer should have the same pencil that I showed you on the phone.
Right, but you might not have all of the options on a computer that you have on a...
The ones I showed, you do, though.
That's true.
Definitely.
And those things need to be local in order to get... We do invite you to like us on Facebook. We have a page. It's geeksontour.com. Well, actually, it is facebook.com/geeksontour. Sorry about that.
Or you go to facebook.com and you search for Geeks on Tour. You will find us.
We want you to search.
And you will see a link there to that video about how to make your friends private.
Right. Our app of the week this week is something brand new from Google. It is a new messaging and video calling app. So it's called Duo, and it is a lot like FaceTime on the Apple devices. But with FaceTime, you need to have all of the devices have to be Apple. So you have to have an iPhone or an iPad or a Mac in order to use FaceTime, right?
Both ends of the conversation has to have it, yeah.
And we've tried this. It works out really well. You need to get onto you have to load the app on your phone or your tablet. You need a Google account, right? In order to do that.
Of course.
Chris is going to it now. But it is really easy once it's set up to make these calls, to make these. What are you doing?
I haven't installed it on my Android yet because I wanted to make sure it worked on the iPhone. So it's not on my Android.
I have it on my Android. And we could call one another. In our RV, we'll often call each other from one end of the RV to the other.
You can see what it looks like here if you want.
Yeah, let me put that on there.
It's just a little video icon. And now one thing, I thought I had read that when you open up, all you needed to do is put in somebody's phone number. But apparently not. They do have to be in your contacts. Or you have, I think they do have to be in your contacts. So I'm going to call Jim.
And one of the cool things is you can see the person's face before you take the call, and swipe up to answer.
And that's called knock knock.
And we'll say, hi there. We'll get a
And
little
you're
bit of
just seeing
echo
that.
because of that. Yeah, all I'm seeing is
Hang up.
is the
How about you
camera.
try calling me back then, see if I get that knock knock thing.
Okay. Let's call Chris.
Because not
Search
it's
by name. CHR. Chris School. Then we'll use.
oh, this is the iPhone.
Uh-oh.
Different. I don't think that's in your. Yeah.
Let's try that number and see. Nope, it's not in there because it's inviting you. The first time you do it, it invites her or that person to join or load Duo. We'll see how it works.
So it's really kind of just like FaceTime and all of that.
Yeah.
Except for you don't have to have an Apple device.
But check it out. Just go to your Play Store or your App Store and search for Google Duo, and you should be able to find it and load it. It's free. It's easy to use.
Now, does this have anything to do with Hangouts?
It does kind of replace the regular Hangouts. Hangouts, Google Hangouts, is kind of going away or morphing into something else. They're constantly changing this stuff. Does anybody remember FaceTime 11 years ago? Wasn't even available.
Didn't exist.
Nothing like that. And these things are changing all the time. Google keeps their finger on the pulse of the Androids especially, and so
But Duo is just one-to-one.
It's
right?
one-to-one.
You
right.
can't have a group
No.
conversation.
But there is something coming soon that does allow that. But you can still do Google Hangouts and have up to 10 people in a conversation. We actually have a running Friday morning conference call with a bunch of people. Most of them were in North Carolina, but one's in Florida, and we're wherever we happen to be. And it's just a great way to keep together on.
But that's with Hangouts.
That's with Hangouts.
That's Google's video
And
conferencing app. This is just your your Jetsons 1-to-1 or like the watch.
Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy. Thank you. That's us.
All right. So that's our app of the week. And it's getting close to time. What do you think? Well, did you learn something? I know I did. To get help on Facebook app, where do you tap?
The 3-line menu, and you will find Help Center down towards the bottom. Just ask for what you want.
True or false? Changing your friend list from public to private can only be done on a computer.
I do think that used to be, but now you can do it on a phone, but not with the app. You have to open a browser and go to Facebook and do it there.
Okay. How do you stop seeing posts from someone without unfriending them?
You unfollow them.
Okay. And that still keeps them in your friends list. You just won't be seeing any of their posts.
Right. So you can go to their profile anytime you want and see what's going on with them, but their stuff won't be in your news feed.
Very cool. Viewing your close friends feed means you see everything posted by your close friends, and you see no what?
Ads.
That's nice not having ads. You know, they don't really.
Because that might change.
Well, you think things change? Yeah. To see all current stories about one person and only that one person, go to their what?
Profile page, also known as timeline.
And there's a place to see it. And what does this button do?
That's the save this story for later.
Okay.
Put it in my saved items list.
All right, Chris. What's the web page that lists all of our weekly shows?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is weekly show.
And the web page that lists all of our recent newsletters.
The menu item is blogs and articles. Newsletters is under there.
That's wonderful. And the benefits you get by joining Geeks on Tour.
You get the complete learning library of prepared tutorial videos. You get to ask questions on the members' Q&A forum.
And we promise to respond.
And you get the show notes for these saved What Does This Button Do shows. There's also some discounts on products and services.
Well, that's cool. We do invite you to become a member. Regular price is $68 for a 1-year membership, and you get all of those benefits. Our next week, we'll have a topic for you, and watch for the notification of our next show. Let us know that you're watching. Leave any questions there in the comments, and hopefully we'll get that chat thing working for you. All right. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And we're Geeks on Tour.
Keep pressing those buttons. Just ask, what does this button do? What does that button do? How about this button?
Do you know how to read those QR codes?
Let's see this button. Yeah. How do you, what's that button?
Check it out.
If you don't know how to read QR codes, you know where you can learn.
Bye-bye.